Well, I hope you've had a good weekend, everybody. Welcome back to today's video and to Wingman Wisdom. This is my virtual campfire where we have a gathering of folks. Most of us are pretty like-minded people. I think we all have pretty strong opinions. One of the things that separates this channel from many others is I want to believe that most of the people that watch this channel not only have strong opinions, but they also have open minds. Yeah, think about that for a minute. So on today's show, I've got an email I'm going to read. And Stephen, God bless you. I'm not trying to rake you over the coals. I promise I'm not. But I have to read your most recent email, and I will address it. Last week, Saturday morning on my video, I talked about, that was Memorial Day weekend, I said that I was noticing a lot of vacancies, much more so than in the past couple of years at campgrounds all over the country. And I asked people for their comments about that. What are they seeing? What are you seeing where you are? Are the campgrounds as crowded as they once were? Feedback was pretty good. And most of the people are saying there's not as many people this year. There's still a lot of idiots out there camping. What do they call it? A lot of people said this was amateur weekend, Memorial Day weekend for many campers. And hey, don't worry. You were once an amateur too. So one of the comments, we got a lot of comments on that one, but let me read this one. It's about camp hosting and work campers. This person said, before you sold your campground, I told my husband I was going to reach out to you regarding camp hosting at your location because I loved your principles and managing style. Our 3-year experiences as camp host with the Hiawatha National Forest in the UP of Michigan included one, and see if this doesn't sound familiar to you, a fire pit with a pot of spaghetti, eggshells, bacon, plastic bags dumped in it. The dumpster was right in front of this camp, and I could go on. That was 2019. 2020, the campground opened a month late. People were grateful to be getting out because the world was still locked down. 2021, folks just seemed pissed. I had a man completely cuss me out when I reminded him of quiet hours and asked him to turn his generator off. 2021 was the year of screw your rules, I'm going to do what I want to do. 2022, 2023 seems to be bringing more courtesy and common sense back. We're currently in Central Texas. This campground is only about 80% full. That was surprising to me. Thanks for the video, Lynette. 80%, that is amazing to me. My campground was in Central Texas, and I'm not sure if it was full, but gosh, losing 20%? Why? Why do you think there are fewer campers this year? There's more RVs registered in our country, I think, than ever before in history. Why are people not camping? Let me know your thoughts below. Is it just one thing? Well, the economy, but is there something else going on? What are your thoughts on why people are not camping as often? Why are we seeing vacancies, especially on a fantastic Memorial Day weekend like we had? So let me know your comments below. And regarding that, we've got an email says, this is from Ronnie, says, just watch another one of your videos, first time to write you. The wife and I have work camped off and on for many years. We have had a few good bosses, but not a lot of very nice ones. You seem like one who would be fun to work with. Wish you still had your campground. I think we'd like your company. The thing that jumped out at me, he says, you would be fun to work with. And I want to make it perfectly clear. I'm not a fun person to work for. I'm not trying to make friends. I'm not trying to make enemies either. But I want a team, a cohesive team, people that get the bigger picture, people that are willing to sacrifice and pick the eggshells and the crap out of the fire pit and pick up after the slobs. Nobody wants to do it, but a willingness to do that. And that's a big difference. Most people say, yeah, I want to be a work camper. And I'm telling you the truth, at least from my perspective. Most people want a free place to stay and would like to get paid to piddle around for 4 or 5, whatever, however many hours a week that the agreement is for. But they're not really the kind of work campers that I was looking for. When I sold my campground, I had the best people I have ever had in my life. They're the ones that helped me to retire. They really are. I want to believe that I took real good care of them, but being a friend to them first, I'd buy them a case of beer, we'd take them to dinner, we'd go and look at the Christmas lights together, we do different things, but that was off work hours. When we're at work, we're working. And if there's something wrong, I'm going to call people out on it. I'm not sure what you want if you're, Ronnie, in a work camping relationship, and I may be way off base, but work campers are there to work. It's not just hey, like wearing a shirt at Walmart as a greeter. Hey, how you doing? Where's my check? Work campers, the days of those things, those times I think are gone. Anyway, okay, Stephen, I mentioned you at the start of this video. If you missed some of the videos that I've done with Stephen, I don't know anything about him except he doesn't like me and wants to know what my shtick is, and I'm going to read his email in a minute. And the purpose is not to embarrass him. It's not to, I'm right, you're wrong. It's kind of like, I don't know, seeking a friend's advice, a real friend's advice. I know we don't know each other. Most people watching this video, we don't really know each other. But when you want me as a friend, if I'm sitting around a campfire with you, if you really want my advice, I'm going to give it to you. You can disregard it. You can think I'm insane. You can go, oh, I didn't want to hear that, but I need to take it to heart. That's up to you. But I'm going to tell you the truth as I see it. So let's go over to Stephen's email and we'll begin. It says, good evening, Alan. I still haven't figured out what motivates you to host a YouTube channel. I've been told humans don't do anything without getting something in return for their effort. So I'll keep an eye on you. The fact is, I've written you before, and you have used some of my emails as content for more than one of your episodes. That's okay, I guess. I want to address that real quick. If you write to me and you say, please, don't read this on the air. If you leave me a voicemail message, I won't do it. But as you see with Stephen, I black out, I redact any information that would identify tie somebody directly back to him. It continues, it says, as for you using my experiences and misfortunes to fill your show with real content, I gave my permission, I guess when I emailed you. But I say shame on you. I've yet to receive an email, a phone call, or even a simple thank you card for my story. I also think you took a little too much pleasure in raking me over the campfire coals. I don't take pleasure in raking anybody over the coals, but you know what? What gives me less pleasure is lying to them. Sometimes the truth hurts. And I'm just saying from my perspective, Stephen, I gave you my comments. So many people want to believe that the RV manufacturers and the dealers are all crooks. That is simply not true. It's not. Some dealers want to think that all RVers are just lying, taking idiots. That is not true. Somewhere in the middle is reality. I want to stay over the target, so to speak. I'm not trying to rake you over the coals. I'm not trying to rake the manufacturers over the coals. I'm just trying to say what I see. As I said, this is my virtual campfire. I'm hopeful that you will be not just strong opinionated, but keep an open mind and go, well, I can kind of see that. And then make the final decision on whatever you decide, but always try to keep an open mind. Stephen continues. He says, my guard wasn't up as high and or as strong as it should have been, but I wasn't expecting all the drama and disrespect aimed at me and my wife over a definite manufacturing oversight and defect. A link to that particular video where I read Stephen's other email is going to be down below. Now when I listen to your YouTube program, I listen and hope for some real content that might help me and others out of the purgatory we found ourselves in with similar defects. I know my sad sack saga filled some airtime for you. Seeing that you're a gentleman of stature with plenty of friends in the industry, I figured I'd take the risk and let you tell my story of woe in hopes that a little help might come my way in contacting a company rep with a little clout and understanding. That said, any constructive conversation would have been welcomed. Stephen, I'm a retired guy. I love doing this channel. The purpose, my objective is just simply to try to help people. You can believe it or not. I don't need to be doing this channel. I love having real conversations. I love helping people to think. I think we live in a time when people don't even want to think, but they don't know they don't want to think. They just tell me what to do. Tell me what to do. You got to slow down. You got to think. And when you come up with, there it is, that's my thought, you need to stop for a minute before you latch onto it and try to look at it from a different perspective. Stephen, while I'm not going to pick up the phone and call a manufacturer, I can't do that. If I did that for you, everybody would want me to do that for them. And I don't know that many people. I really don't. Personal responsibility is what this channel is all about. I want to help people before they become in a problem like you've got, Stephen. I'm hopeful that makes sense. I'm hopeful that somebody that hasn't run into your problem, hasn't run into purgatory, can watch this channel and go, oh my God, I'm going to watch out for that. I'm going to watch out for that. Don't be jaded about everything. That's stupid. It's foolish. But don't go in just blindly going, well, they ought to take care of me. Oh, they'll take care of you, all right. But you need to take care of you first. I shouldn't point my finger. Stephen continues, as for your recent statements that the money-saving 2022 campers should be and are prepped and ready to use, I say you better slow your roll, Alan. You're forgetting your own advice to get an inspection before you sign any paperwork. Read and understand your warranty. Don't leave the lot thinking it's all okay. As you keep telling your audience and me, slow down, take responsibility for your actions and or lack of actions, because once you buy, it's yours, good or bad. Remember? Yes, I say it all the time, and I don't say get an inspection every time. I don't say that. I say if you have any doubts, ever have any doubts, and I think most people should have more doubts than they have. Oh, I don't have any. If you have doubts, if you're unsure, an inspection is a good idea. If you do business with a great RV dealer, one who has prepped the RV properly and it is 100% campground ready, and they have gone through the RV, showing you the workings of everything, and you are confident you don't need to spend the money on an inspection. If they've got good reviews, if it's, I believe, a small to medium size dealership, they do a better job than the big chains do, especially if you have some kind of an issue. But that's just my opinion. Yes. Read, understand your warranty, and don't think everything is okay. Just don't believe everybody else. Inspection is a good idea, but not all the time. Not everybody needs an inspection. Come on, if they needed one, like borrowing on a mortgage, the banks and lenders would require an inspection. You may think that they should require one on every RV. I don't. Are they necessary sometimes? Absolutely. So I'm hopeful that, Stephen, you know that I'm not raking you over the coals. I'm not trying to make you upset. I am trying to use your situation of finding yourself in RV purgatory as an example for others who may be watching and go, ooh. Watch your manufacturers, watch your reps, watch your dealer. You can buy a great RV. And East to West is a good brand of RV, I believe. Is it the best? I don't think so. But it's certainly not the cheapest. It's a good mid-range, good value RV. But if you buy a good RV from a dealer that's not good, or a dealer that's got 6 service bays but sells 1,000 RVs a year, that's not the recipe for a good ownership experience if you have an issue. So you've got to get the right RV from the right dealer. But going back, I'm going to close this thing out. What are you seeing? Have you been camping yet this summer season? Are the campgrounds as full as they were last year and year before? Are there as many idiots out there? I think idiots are among us. They've always been among us, but sometimes, I don't know, something is going on now, in my opinion. I don't know about you, but I'm seeing everybody seems to be on edge. For probably that's a subject for another virtual campfire talk. But let me know what you're seeing out there. Drop a comment below. Please subscribe to Wingman Wisdom. Like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it on social media. I know there are a lot of Facebook groups out there. I've got a bunch of them. And I think that this kind of a message will help people if they'll just watch. I know I did a video recently, but too long to watch, too long to listen, too long to read, too long. I want to get on with it. Well, we get on with it till we don't. I'm hopeful that you will share this video with others and encourage them to slow down, to think, to form their own opinion based upon logic and reason. Mix in a little bit of emotion. But don't go in buying an RV simply out of emotion. Look at your financial position. Look at the actual cost of RV ownership. Look at the big picture and then make the decision based upon that and the reviews of the dealer and the brand you're looking for. I know that's a lot to take in. Drop a comment below. Let me know what you're seeing. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. I'm Alan Warren, the RV Wingman. Be safe, have fun, play nice, and don't leave your good manners at home.